this video, we're going to talk all about how to handle holiday get-togethers when you are gluten-free. Holidays are probably the hardest thing when you're gluten-free, especially at the beginning, because all the people you care about are not used to this idea, right? Keep watching this whole video because I'm jam-packed it with little things that you might not have thought of, tips that have helped me over the past 7 years of being gluten-free, especially at the end. I'd love for you to see everything to help you on this journey of going gluten-free, because you are taking your health into your own hands. It's very exciting. It's really good, but not everyone might understand this. I want you to feel valid. If you're like, this feels hard, it is hard, but there's going to be tips to help you through this. Just know that the holidays tend to be more emotional. We have expectations. We have different traditions and stuff around food, which can make a difference. It can feel like either you not eating someone's food or you just feeling like you're missing out can create people to be emotional, right? Because the holidays look like this and you might be changing it. That could be hard for you or for other people or both in your family. Here are some tips that you can do to just make this smoother. If you like to cook, I highly recommend you host, because you're gonna have so much more control over everything and what actually gets gluten in it or not. But I know that's not the case for everyone. I know hosting can be overwhelming, but that would be my number one tip. It's probably pretty obvious, but I'm just putting it out there. If you cannot host, definitely offer to bring something. So that way you know you have something you can eat when you're there. And I would definitely call and talk to the host way before the event. So not when you show up, but I would call ahead of time. And this has been awkward for me. I'm someone who's kind of a people pleaser, and I don't want to be like, I need to have everything gluten-free. I don't want to push that on someone. But most people who host want you to eat their food, or they want to take care of you, right? Just let them know if it's something they don't know about and be like, hey, I am gluten-free. I can bring some of my own food. I just wanted to let you know. And you can see at this moment if there's like, oh, well, I want to adapt things for you or whatever. And you might know this person. So I'm going to tell you, if it's someone who is going to be overwhelmed with the idea of cooking gluten-free, I would straight up tell them this first year, especially if you're gluten-free, like to not try to change things. And that you're just going to have to bring your own food and stay safe. Because what can happen is they'll try to do something gluten-free and they might not do it right. And then they'll be like, why aren't you eating my food? This is gluten-free. But they don't understand what's in it, right? Or maybe they mix the gravy with the same spoon. Maybe they made gluten-free gravy, but then they use the same spoon they made for gluten gravy, right? This can be stressful. You can offer to help in the kitchen. You can talk ahead of time, but definitely mentally be prepared for what you're going to eat and not eat. And you're also, when you're introducing this idea to people that you're gluten-free, if this is your first time, you can definitely say that the doctor told you you need to be gluten-free, or a nutritionist, especially if they did. If no one has said that, and you're like, I wish someone had told me, because then my family would listen and not think it's just a fad or something, right? I'm telling you. Call me your nutritionist, you can call me your coach, okay? My health coach said I need to try going gluten-free for my health. If you're not already diagnosed, I give you permission. Now you can tell them you have to be gluten-free, because sometimes they need to hear that. A lot of people have these weird ideas. It took my family a long time to think I wasn't just doing a fad because I didn't have a diagnosis. I tell people now, I just say, I can't eat gluten. It doesn't do well for my body. And that's just all I say. That's all they need to know. You're in charge of your body. On the flip side, when somebody asks you why you can't have gluten, be prepared for this. For some of you, it might be an uncomfortable topic because you don't want to say, well, I get diarrhea or something like that, I throw up. For me, I just get brain fog and inflammation. No big deal, I'll talk about that, no problem. Open book. My husband does not want me to talk about what happens when he has gluten. So be prepared. You could say something like, you don't want to know. You're like, it gets kind of ugly. It's really bad. Bathroom stuff. Plan what you're going to say. Or you can say, I kind of just feel uncomfortable talking about it. I'd rather not. I just know it's not good for my body and I don't want to experience what can happen when I have it. A few more tips here. I think these are really good practical ones for you. One, definitely make sure to come to your event not hungry. So eat before you get there. Maybe have something at home that you know will be special for you, so you're not tempted to compromise and be like, well, maybe this is safe. Maybe this doesn't have gluten. You can take decisions that you feel confident and comfortable with. Most of the traditions with your family revolve around food. Bring something in that's not about food. This is just a great idea anyway, but come up with, either bring a game, and it could be like, we always play this game, going shopping, going for a walk. Check the link below, because I actually have a Facebook group full of tips for gluten-free moms, people trying to get through this journey, and I have lots of health hacks, recipes. I've got some free meal plans for anyone who joins, lots of goodies, and I share all the things that have helped me on this journey the past 7 years for you, completely free. You can go check that out. I really encourage you to take your health into your own hands, and I hope you can really create beautiful memories this holiday season with your family.